Started from a publishing trust established in 1993, grew into a robust portfolio of integrated educational solutions suited for 21st century learning. Carrying in its name the mission to be adaptive, SEALS has positioned itself at the forefront of the Philippine educational solutions industry. It has continuously offered products, solutions, and services that inspire innovation in education. Under a new name representing its growth, C&E Adaptive Learning Solutions renewed its passion and commitment to academic and professional excellence. Explore adaptive learning solutions with SEALS. C&E Publishing. Discover top-notch reading materials, textbooks, references, and new titles. CE Logic. Engage in state-of-the-art library automation and interactive media systems, as well as databases, e-books, and e-journals. Kite Digital Educational Solutions. Explore interactive lessons, digital publications, and web-based e-learning applications designed for schools and institutions. Makers. Transform libraries and learning commons into spaces for creation, collaboration, and innovation. C&E Adaptive Learning Solutions. Inspiring innovation in education. Hello.
Education was built for a world that no longer exists, a one-size-fits-all system that treats every student the same, but that system has lost its meaning, and the classroom isn't a factory line. It's a place full of different minds, with different needs, interests, and ways of engaging. For teachers, it can feel impossible to keep up. They're left with grades and scores that don't tell the full story, data that fails to lead to action because it doesn't show where students are stuck or what truly motivates them. It doesn't have to be this way. This is RedMentor, the AI platform that collects meaningful data and turns it into purposeful action. By tracking changes in competencies alongside student interests, RedMentor shows what students have achieved, where they need support, and what drives their learning, equipping teachers with meaningful, actionable data along the journey. Through a continuous 4-step cycle, create, evaluate, track, and personalize, teachers can provide the right challenges and support at the right moment, making every activity more personal and effective. Let's see how it works. When teachers log into RedMentor, they are greeted by an overview of their class. This includes key insights for both groups and individuals, showing who needs support and which skills have been mastered. Using RedMentor's AI, teachers can co-create activities that fit their curriculum goals, from worksheets and chatbots to gamified challenges and projects. Each activity can be linked to specific competencies, carefully chosen to build on what's already been achieved and to support areas for growth. Every task contributes to creating a more meaningful picture of student learning. After students complete and submit their work, AI evaluation provides deeper understanding. Instead of focusing only on grades or percentages, it shows which competencies were achieved, revealing the exact skills and knowledge areas where extra support is needed. Through these completed activities, RedMentor is able to continuously track and build a profile of each student's progress. It brings together 2 key views: the Learning Journal, a date-ordered record of all completed worksheets with their related competencies and statuses, and the Competency Profile, a curriculum-aligned view of skills achieved or still in progress. This system marks any changes over time, flagging uncertain competencies that may need a closer look. AI-generated trend cards summarize the journey, pinpointing both strengths and challenges. This all gives a clearer picture of both class and individual progress, acting as a compass that helps teachers see exactly what students need to achieve next. This is how RedMentor gives direction, turning meaningful data into action, so teachers can make more accurate interventions. The final step is to personalize. Based on the strengths and challenges shown in the competency profile, teachers can instantly create new practice activities with the help of AI. Here, students' interest profiles play a key role, allowing the creation of activities that link learning goals to what truly motivates them. This makes learning more engaging and personal, without adding extra workload for the teacher. Abstract data can overwhelm, but meaningful data guides. Built on this foundation, this entire process brings clarity to everyone. Teachers can track progress for groups and individuals. School leaders can see trends across the entire school. Parents get a clearer understanding of their child's journey, and students gain the tools to overcome their own obstacles. Making personalization practical at scale brings real meaning back to education, turning data into action for every learner and everyone who supports them. Red Mentor. The end of one-size-fits-all education, because education is everything.
Hello there. Welcome to C&E. C&E Adaptive Learning Solutions, or SEALS, is your reputable source of quality educational materials, products, and services. What started from a publishing trust established in 1993 grew into a robust portfolio of integrated educational solutions suited for 21st century learning. Carrying in its name the mission to be adaptive, SEALS has positioned itself at the forefront of the Philippine educational solutions industry. It has continuously offered products, solutions, and services that inspire innovation in education. Under a new name representing its growth, C&E Adaptive Learning Solutions renewed its passion and commitment to academic and professional excellence. Explore adaptive learning solutions with SEALS. C&E Publishing. Discover top-notch reading materials, textbooks, references, and new titles. CE Logic. Engage in state-of-the-art library automation and interactive media systems, as well as databases, e-books, and e-journals. Kite Digital Educational Solutions. Explore interactive lessons, digital publications, and web-based e-learning applications designed for schools and institutions. Makers. Transform libraries and learning commons into spaces for creation, collaboration, and innovation. C&E Adaptive Learning Solutions. Inspiring innovation in education.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday morning, and welcome to the SEALS Learning Hour, from idea to instruction, AI powered tools for modern course development. And once again, we officially welcome you to our SEALS Learning Hour this morning. Thank you for giving us your time to learn and gain knowledge for this morning. So before we start po, can I get a heart reaction sa mga participants natin if I am audible on your end? Yan, thank you so much for that heart reactions. And can you share po sa inyong mga chat box from what school po yung nire-represent nyo this morning? Sige po, kanina po may mga nakikita na ako na bumabate from province of Pangasinan. Yan, good morning. From University of Rizal System Tanay. Good morning po, and thank you for joining us this morning. Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Alright, thank you so much. Ayan, madami po tayo ngayon sa ating webinar. So we're 65 in the room, and I hope lahat po tayo ay magpa-participate later sa ating discussion, and if ever may mga questions tayo or clarifications during the sharing po ng ating resource speaker rather, please feel free po to chat that on our chat box. Ayan, good morning once again, and if meron pa po kayong mga colleague that is joining po yung ating webinar this morning, this is the perfect time to remind them to join as this morning, since mag-start na po tayo in a few minutes. Ayan, good morning from Jose Rizal University. Good morning po from SDO Batangas Province. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everyone is well and properly po tayo hydrated. Yan, medyo mainit po ang panahon. Good morning. Good morning. Ayan, Sige lang po, mag-chat lang po tayo sa chat box ng ating mga greetings from different schools around the Philippines. Good morning po. And once again, we officially welcome you to the SEALS Learning Hour from idea to instruction, AI-powered tools for modern course development. And so, before we officially start our session proper, I'd like to give a quick introduction, or I would like to, or let me quickly introduce who we are at SEALS. So we've started in 1993 as CNE Publishing Inc., and we began by reprinting and distributing licensed foreign medical and science books. And it later expanded to offer educational material across all levels and subject areas, building a strong reputation through CNE Bookshop, its retail arm. So currently po, we have around 15 bookshops in the Philippines. I hope na-visit nyo na po yung mga bookshops natin sa buong, I mean sa mga areas po sa ninyo. And in 2007, the changing needs of the market prompted the company to launch CE Logic, carrying the vision of becoming a leading provider of e-learning and e-business solutions. And in 2024, we're happy to share that we've launched the CE Nexus, a Singapore-based company and part of CNE Adaptive Learning Solutions, which aims to be the leading education technology provider in Southeast Asia. Yan po. And for over 30 years, we have focused our efforts on helping educators and learners adapt to change. And in celebration of its 30th year in the business, the company unified its core units under one mother brand, the CNE Adaptive Learning Solutions, or SEALS. And the company's growth into a full-service educational solutions provider as SEALS is a testament to this commitment. And we continually innovate and expand our learning solutions to cater to the emerging needs of academic and professional industries to meet global and local demands for print and digital solutions. And SEALS comprises several interconnected and relevant brands that present a comprehensive portfolio of adaptive solutions catering to different market and learning needs. And I am proud to say that SEALS, or CNE Adaptive Learning Solutions, is the only Philippine educational publisher, distributor, and solutions provider that caters across all segments of education, from basic education to higher ed, graduate academic research level to professional level. Yan po. And at SEALS, we provide an ecosystem to our partner institutions. It is a fully integrated and holistic solution towards digital transformation. That ecosystems bring together the full strength of SEALS, ranging from print solutions, from locally authored and international bestseller textbooks from bed to head, as well as solutions to EdTech and STEAM, online libraries and databases, and interactive courseware and modules. And at SEALS, we are committed to supporting institutions with everything they need to move forward and succeed in their digital transformation journey. And so that is CNE Adaptive Learning Solutions. And without further ado, let us start the session for this morning. We have an exciting topic po this morning. So our topic is From Idea to Instruction, AI-powered tools for modern course development. And in this session, participants will explore how AI can support curriculum design, reduce preparation time, and enhance student engagement while maintaining academic integrity and pedagogical quality. And through this session, we will share real-world examples and practical demonstrations. Instructors will discover how AI can become a valuable partner in course planning, content development, and continuous course improvement. And so now, let me introduce our resource speaker for this morning, Mr. Roel Cyrus S. Magpantay. He is an EdTech leader and current Solutions Engineering Unit Head of BDGM, or the Business and Development Growth Market of CNE Adaptive Learning Solutions, specializing various EdTech integrations. He works closely with educational institutions to assess edtech readiness, design solution architectures, and align digital tools with institutional goals and learning outcomes. And with a strong focus on strategy, enablement, and client success, he helps schools drive sustainable digital transformation. And so please join me in welcoming our resource speaker for this morning, Mr. Roel Cyrus S. Magbantay. Hi, sir. Good morning. Hi, sir. We cannot hear you. All right. So while our resource speaker is checking his microphone, can I see in the chat box if ano po yung mga nilulook forward nyo to learn from this session? Sige po, can you share that on our chat box? Ayan, sabi ni Sir Jacobo Gonzalez, he's right on time lang daw po kasi kaka-dismiss lang ng class niya ng 7 to 10. Thank you, sir, for giving your time and attending our
Hello.
learning hour. Ayan. So, yan na po si Sir Cyrus. Hi, sir. Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, I'm so sorry. But again, once again, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm not sure what happened with my audio, but we are very happy. I just mentioned earlier that we are very happy to have all of you today. Ang dami po natin na nasa Zoom at marami pa pong umahabol. So maraming salamat po for joining us this morning. So let me just share my screen po, no? And thank you very much, Miss Claire. Okay. As mentioned by Ms. Claire, we will be focusing on the use of AI, and I'll be introducing to you one of our AI-powered tools this morning. And we will be focusing on modern course development. For this session, we will be discussing the following. So we will have a short activity about your self-assessment as to where you stand in terms of the use of AI in instruction. Sa ngayon po, talagang uso na po ang AI and whether we like it or not, nandiyan na po ang AI at talagang ginagamit na po natin ito sa araw-araw. Ano po. And even our students really are using AI in their while they're studying, no? At we will just have a short activity first so that we can evaluate where we stand in the use of AI in instruction. And then we will rethink AI in teaching. We'll address some of the misconceptions that we have. And I will again introduce you with one of our AI tools to help me explain all and address all these misconceptions. And then after that, we will be leveraging AI for content development. So to wrap the session up, I will be sharing with you some ideas and um, tips in terms of using or leveraging AI for content development. So let me start by sharing with you this picture. This is one of my favorite image po with my students. And so I was also a teacher po in Makati. So I taught po sa junior high school back then. So ito pong klaseng specific class na to is one of my favorite classes. And most of them, actually all of them now are working na. So mga matatanda na po sila, no? Hindi ko matanggap, napakatagal na palang taon ang lumipas, no? So I'm a proud millennial teacher. Sa taas nga po ng kamay, mag-heart nga po ang mga proud millennial teachers dito sa atin pong room. Marami po ba tayong mga millennial teachers dyan? So hello po sa inyo. So as a millennial teacher, di ba, we have experienced the various changes in technology, no? From nung nag-aaral tayo, syempre traditional yung ways natin, tayo mga pinalaki ng Manila paper at ng blackboard, tama po ba? And then came the digital period where everything became digital already. And then everything became online. So pumupunta na tayo sa mga computer shops to study, no? And then came this new tool that we have, no? Yung AI nga po. And for some of us, it has been an exciting news, no? Exciting development, the use of AI in terms of teaching and learning. But for some of us, it has been also a concern, no? Na parang it became a threat in sort of parang naging threat siya sa learning and also sa teaching din, parang marami din tayong mga questions in terms of if we really would like to use AI or if it's okay to use AI in teaching, no? Especially in the development of our resources. So let us now assess ourselves first, no? Where we stand in terms of the use of AI in instruction. So ano nga po ba ang pananaw natin in terms of the use of AI in our instruction? So I'll be showing you here some statements, and I would like you to grab a pen and paper. Or kung gusto niyo po yung calculator niyo na po para kaagad kasi mamaya kukunin natin yung average, no? So you can open your calculator or grab a pen and also your notebook or something na pwede niyo pong sulatan because we will be having here some 5 items, no? Tapos i-rate niyo po yung level of agreement ninyo. So you will rate yourself 4 if you strongly agree with the statement, and then kung hindi masyado, agree lang 3, or kung hindi masyado, if you disagree naman 2, or if you strongly disagree talaga, you rate yourself as 1. So mamaya po, again, we will get the average. So you can also use your, ano na po, your calculator na para automatic, plus plus na lang po tayo. Wow, so 100 na po tayo sa room. So thank you very much, no? Sa mga umahabol pa. Good morning, everyone. And thank you for joining us today. All right, so let's start with our first statement first. Yeah. So for our first statement, using AI in teaching is cheating and unprofessional. So if you agree with this statement, i-rate po natin siya as 4. Kung hindi naman masyado, i-rate yourself, you rate yourself as 1 if you strongly disagree. Ayan, so depende po sa rating, sa ano nyo, no, evaluation ninyo kung super super agree or super super disagree. Ayan. Alright. So hopefully nakapag-rating na po tayo. You don't have to send yung rating ninyo sa chat box. May nag-chat ba ng rating? So you don't have to send it sarili niyo po yan. And wala pong no? Wrong and correct answer. So self-evaluation po natin ito. Okay? So let's proceed to the next statement. So AI removes the need for instructional design. So pag gumagamit ba tayo ng AI, parang okay, hayaan mo na si AI na bahala. So it removes your designing or yung sa pag-content development natin, yung instructional design natin, no? Nawawala ba yun when you're using AI? So that's again 4 if you strongly agree, and then depending on your level of agreement, and then 1 if you strongly disagree. The third statement, using AI lowers the overall quality of teaching materials. Now, bumababa ba yung kalidad? Ayan. Kapag kayo po ba ay mga head, baka may mga school heads dito or principals or subject coordinators. Pag sinabi ba nung teacher na, ay, ma'am, gumamit po ako ng ChatGPT dito or ng AI dito. Tapos parang kine-question nyo na talaga, ay, parang hindi ito maganda kasi gawa ito ng AI. So if you strongly agree, that's 4 again. And again, depending on your level of agreement, i-rate po natin yung ating sarili. So we're now in question number 3. So dapat ang nasa paper nyo na or calculator ay pangatlo na ina-add natin, no? na item. And then let's proceed to the next statement. So using AI in teaching reduces meaningful interaction between teachers and students. Ayan, puro AI na lang. AI na ang kausap, AI na nag-aral, hindi na kailangan ng teacher. Kasi wala na meaningful interaction. So again, if you strongly agree, that's 4. And 1 naman if you strongly disagree. Or if you're something in between, Pwedeng 2 or 3. Ayan. And then the last statement that we have is AI will eventually replace the role of teachers. Eto na nga ang ano no, ang big big question or the elephant in the room ika nga. So do you think no that AI will eventually replace the role of teachers eventually pagtagal no? Years from now ang teachers natin ay AI or we will learn through technology already and we don't need the teachers anymore. So if you strongly agree, that's 4. Nakakatakot yung strongly agree, mawawalan po tayo ng trabaho. And then if you strongly disagree, that's 1. Okay? So again, there's no right or wrong answers. Okay, so dahil po natapos na tayo, hopefully ay meron na kayong 5 answers in your paper right now. So isa-sum lang po natin. You get the sum of your answers and then divide it by 5 to get the average. So for example here, my average is 4. Okay, so meron na po ba tayo? Tingnan natin ang ating chat. Sige nga po, I'd like to know, can you send yung inyo pong answers or yung inyo pong average sa ating chat box? Okay, may naka 1.6 daw si Sir Christian. Miss Farfe ay 8. Bakit 8, ma'am? Parang sobra po yun. Okay, baka kailangan niyo po i-divided by 5 pa yan. Okay, may 1.4. Wow, 2. 2.2, okay. 1.6. Oh, medyo nasa average tayo ng 1 and 2. Oh, that's good. Okay. Oh, may naka-1 din, no? Very good. Si Sir Andres, no? So again, wala naman tamang sagot, no? I just would like to know. Abas, mayroon pang, may, ano, may formula pa si Sir Edwin. Ayan. Okay, nag-follow siya nung nasa screen. But anyway, thank you very much for those comments, no? And I highly appreciate po yung ating mga scores, no? So, anong ibig sabihin ng score po natin? Ayan, parang horoscope ito, may meaning yung ating mga scores, ano? So, if your score, ang range po ng score ninyo ay 3.25 to 4, you are a thoughtful and reflective practitioner. So, I think siguro yung iba sa atin parang AI is new to you, hindi nyo pa siya medyo accepted no as a tool ng teachers. And you are really thinking about or considering the implications of AI, no, in terms of our instruction and content development. So you're concerned about ethics, the quality of the work of the teachers, no, and also student learning. And syempre, yun naman talaga yung mahalaga. So medyo thoughtful and reflective pa tayo if your score is 3.25 and 4. Parang kanina wala akong masyado nakita na ganun ang score, no? Oh, okay. So, okay lang po din man yun, no? Okay. And the next po, if your score is, ang range ninyo ay 2.5 to 3.24. So you are exploring but with caution, no? So you recognize both the potential and the challenges of AI. And you are open but still evaluating. So parang maingat pa din. So medyo open pero medyo maingat pa din, no? Sa paggamit ng AI. And then, yung iba sa atin dito parang pumapatak, no? So, 1.75 to 2.49. Parang grade sa college po ito, no? So, you are ready to integrate and innovate now, no? So, you have a strong foundation for using AI. Baka ginagamit nyo na siya. Medyo accepted nyo na talagang gano'n na, no? Gumagamit na tayo ng AI. So, you're looking at it as an opportunity for improving efficiency and engagement already. Ayan. So, nakasmile ka na. Kagaya ng image natin sa, sa slide, nakasmile na po siya habang gumagamit ng AI. At marami po sa atin, you're falling no, dito sa ating score, 1 to 1.74. You are really open and developing confidence already in the use of AI. You are generally comfortable na po sa paggamit. And you see how it can support teaching and learning already. So again, there's no right and wrong answer naman po. Whatever level you are in terms of the use of AI, that's all right. Of course, it's a journey. Just like in any technology that we use, it's a journey. No, sa simula mangangapa pa tayo at we respect that. No, and also for those of us na advanced naman, well, good for you, and I hope that you also champion AI. No, the use of AI in your institutions as well. Okay. So let's try to go back to those misconceptions. Actually, what those things, no, those statements that I showed you earlier are misconceptions about the use of AI, especially in content development. So, our goal for today is to rethink, no, how AI can really help us or support us in creating activities, po, no, and activities and also our content, no, sa atin pong pagtuturo. So the first misconception that I shared was this, no? So using AI in teaching is cheating and unprofessional. Big words naman masyado, no? Parang judgmental naman yung cheating and unprofessional. But of course, marami pa rin po sa atin ang may ganong negative, ano, no? Even here at work, no? I may not be inside the classroom anymore, but even at work, parang tinataasan, medyo may pagtaas pa rin ng kilay di ba, when you learn that, for example, your office mate used AI in creating an email or creating a report that he submitted. Parang, ba't ka nag-AI? Hindi mo ba kayang gumawa ng sarili mo? Parang ganun. So, ganun din syempre sa academe, no? May ganun pa rin pagtaas ng kilay. And it seems like we're seeing it as cheating pa rin and unprofessional. But weeks ago, I guess parang wala pang month, nung nag-release ang DepEd na Foundational Guidelines on Artificial Intelligence in Basic Education. It says that AI tool may also be utilized for the creation and enhancement of educators' instructional material. So even the Department of Education recognizes the use of AI, no? And how it can support our educators, no? For analyzing data, grammar check, and meron kasi tayong mga AI tools. By the way, we have that, no, in CNE, yung mga AI that you can use. And also for verification, and even in research, we have also AI tools that you can use in research. We also have that in CNE. So sabihan niyo po kami kung gusto niyo po, no. So all these things that we do, no, and in education or in the academe, AI is recognized now as one of the tools that a teacher can use. And why not, no? Kung may mga tools tayo, of course, as teachers, we know that, no? Kung may mga tools tayo, mas maganda magamit natin para mas mapagdali yung ating trabaho. And even the UP Open University, no, says that teachers may use AI to support the attainment of program or course outcomes, no, and especially to enhance students' understanding and facilitate more effective learning activities. And ang maganda rin po sa AI, this can address learning preferences and outcomes later as we discuss, makikita po natin yan. And also, in terms of engagement and also nakita niyo, no? It also recognizes that AI can facilitate critical thinking. At minsan kasi yan yung sinasabi nating nawawala when we use AI, yung critical thinking. Parang hindi na nag-iisip. Pero actually, when you use AI, nag-iisip din po kayo, di ba? Later din, ipapakita natin, no, how it can also help in terms of critical thinking. So, therefore, ito pong mga statements na to is testament that when you use AI, hindi naman po yan cheating, no? And this again is recognized as one of the tools that we use in the academy, no? And for today, I'll be introducing to you one of the AI tools that you can use, no, for content development, and we call it RedMenta. So this again is one of the AI tools that we have here in CNE, and it's just a very, very effective tool. And nung nakita ko rin po to as a teacher, na-excite din ako kasi teacher din po ako. So na-excite ako na, kaya niya yung gawin. No? So we'll explore the features of this tool again to address ito pong mga misconceptions about AI. So it looks like this. So this is the desktop. So as you can see, marami siyang mga tools already here that you can use, no? I'd like to highlight lang ito pong mga nandito po sa tabi ng aking pangalan nung si Sir Jerry kasi yung may-ari nung nung account. So dito po yung mga naka-square po na yan. It works like Netflix, no? So it looks at your profile as a teacher and the activities or the tools that you often would use, and then magre-recommend siya based on your profile. So ang profile ko kasi is language teacher yung nilagay ko. So it recommends mga poetry response and mga and also some interesting activities that I can use. Now, sa Redmenta po, meron po siyang mga pillars. So it helps you create lesson plans, activities, and even differentiated learning pathways. No, that's of course that's one of the main pillars of Redmenta as an AI tool. The second one is it helps you evaluate your students. So you can be able to identify your students' strengths, no, identify learning gaps, and also trends in their activities that they have worked with. No, so tinitingnan siya agad ni AI and then bibigyan niya na po kayo agad ng insights about doon, no. At ito rin yung mahirap gawin as a teacher. Of course, if you have a lot of students, it's hard to really look through, no, all those activities that they have answered and then identify yung mga kailangan nating ma-identify na mga gaps. No? So si Redmenta can do that for you as well. And then it also create adaptive activities. It can refine your activities, of course. And ang favorite ko dito yung personalization of learning experiences. So imagine a tool that can help you personalize the activities, no, na ibibigay niyo po sa inyong mga students. Okay. So again, we will explore the features of this tool later on as we address all these misconceptions. But let's proceed to the next misconceptions that we have. So sabi natin, AI removes the need for instructional design. So pag ba gagamit ka ng AI, hayaan mo na siya. Hayaan mo na siyang gumawa. No? Nawawala na yung ating skill din as a teacher to really design activities for our students. And also, does it lower the quality of the teaching materials that we let it create, no? So bumababa ba yung kalidad nung kanilang mga activities. So as a teacher, in terms of content development and instructional design, we are really expected to create activities po which are aligned with the learning outcomes and competencies. Gano'n naman, di ba? As teachers, kailangan, ang lagi nating priority when we create activities are the learning outcomes and competencies. That those are the non-negotiable. No, so based on that, based on these outcomes and competencies, we have to create lesson content, instructional materials, and of course, learning activities. But with Redmenta as an AI tool, for example, you can you can use it to support you in drafting content and also with aligning your activities with these competencies and outcomes. So how does it work with Redmenta, for example? So in Redmenta, you have various AI tools po. So makikita niyo po dito, you have learn and practice, assessment, 21st century skills. The new AI chatbot later I will mention that, and also school management and lesson support. So lahat po ng mga activities po na to or mga tools po na to can help you create mga activities for your students, mga assessments for your students, problem-based learning or problem-based activities. That's for 21st century skills, for example, if you'd like them to acquire 21st century skills. And also yung mga admin tasks natin in terms of school management and lesson plans. When you click lesson support, it can help you create lesson plans as well. So marami siyang mga tools, no? So kung isa-isahin ko po siya ay hindi aabot yung ating time. Baka hindi na po tayo learning day na po. Pag isa-isa ko po ito. Ayan, so just making you smile po this morning. Ayan. So hopefully, happy po tayo today. Ayan. So for example, for learn and practice, no? So this can help you create practice tasks, generate custom worksheets, and create quizzes for your students. So what is good about this tool is in terms of the competencies, learning competencies and outcomes. Again, as mentioned earlier, kapag gumagawa tayo ng content, yun talaga yung kailangan nating i-prioritize. You may have experience, no, when you ask, for example, ChatGPT kasi is the most famous AI tool that we usually use. Tapos pag nagpapakreate tayo ng activity, sometimes hindi siya talaga swak doon sa competencies. Minsan hindi siya swak doon sa gusto nating mangyari na activities. So that's why I like this feature of Redmenta because you will indicate, no? You will have to indicate when you click here, yung select competencies po. No, yan, when you select the competencies. Of course, you have to also indicate yung grade level and also yung subject that you teach. But if you click select competencies po, it will automatically show you the various competencies from the Matatag curriculum because we indicated that our competencies from the Philippines, no? So automatic na po, sinabihan po namin sila. Yung boss po ng Red Menta, na ilagay niya na po yung competencies from the Matatag curriculum para hindi na po kayo mahirapan. So if you're teaching basic education, automatic na po dito, it will show you the Matatag curriculum. But if you're teaching, for example, higher education, of course, you have your own curriculum or your course or program offerings, no? So you can upload those competencies po dun sa admin side po nito, no? You can upload those competencies so that when your teacher identifies the grade level or the subject or the course or the level that they will be using or they will be creating these activities for, automatic na pong lalabas yung mga competencies here. Again, this is very important for me as a teacher. This is very important kasi gusto ko align talaga dun sa competencies yung aking gagawin. So this ensures that our resources are competency aligned and of course skills based. And then this tagging of competencies will also be helpful later on dun sa isa pa niyang feature which I will be showing you. So this one po, no. So say for example, nakagawa na po kayo ng activities, no? And then nakita niyo po dun sa score ng bata ay mababa po siya, so naka 60 lang po siya dun sa activity po na yon. So our students can actually request, sila po mismo pwede sila mag-request ng personalized activity, or you can also create a personalized activity for them. And once you click yung personalized next activity po dun sa AI tool, it will show you again the competencies na tinag natin dun sa activity na yon. So if you have an option to identify kung ano lang muna dyan. So since struggling siguro si learner, no, hindi, medyo nahihirapan siya, baka gusto natin isa-isahin muna. So ito munang isang competency na to yung maging focus natin. Or you can also opt to create another activity na magta-target na ng mga competencies once again ng mga hindi niya na na-achieve dun sa activity na ginawa niya. Also, if you notice, meron nakalagay dito, use personal interest if possible. So, ang mga students po kasi, they also have an option to share yung interest po nila. Tapos, kapag clinic po natin yon, for example, they like P-pop, o yan, SB19. Sino po dito mga 18, manonood na tayo sa Sabado, di ba po? Concert po ng SB19 sa Sabado. Kung di ba, mahilig po ako sa SB19. I can share that with my teacher, and then my next activity, magfo-focus siya doon o gagawa siya ng activities na that will engage me since mahilig ako sa P-pop or sa music in general. Gagawa siya ng activities na with that interest in mind. So imagine, no, ang bilis na po nating makakagawa ng mga personalized activities based on based on the interest of our students. And also, again, aligning that with the competencies that they need to acquire or with the skills that they need to acquire. Okay, so another next feature that is my favorite din sa Red Menta is it allows you to add attachments, no? Hindi po ito yung mga attachments na masakit. Wow. So ang attachment po na ito, you can upload a document, upload a video or audio, or upload an image, or upload a YouTube video transcript. This will be now the knowledge base of the system, so that when it creates activities, ito po, iikot siya dun sa mga in-upload niyo po ng mga lesson at mga documents. So therefore, tinutulungan niyo po siya na magkaroon ng knowledge base para hindi siya nag-hallucinate. We call that hallucination. Kasi minsan when you use AI, especially if it's for, it crawls to the internet to look for references. Minsan nakakakita siya ng references na hindi naman tama or hindi naman natin tinuro. Minsan kasi gano'n naman, no? Parang hindi mo naman kasi matuturuan yung AI kung anong scope lang. Minsan may mga scope siya na makukuha na hindi naman yun yung lesson mo. Kasi nga, hinayaan mo, you let it crawl to the net. So marami siyang makikita ng mga mga data doon, mga references doon. So here, that's why this is my favorite because kapag nag-attach po kayo dyan ng activities, ang nangyayari po, doon lang siya iikot. So yung gagawin niya pong activities, yun lang, doon lang siya kukuha. So lahat po ng mga i-send niyo po doon or i-attach niyo po doon ng mga documents, that would be the knowledge base of that AI. Again, it helps because naiiwasan po yung AI hallucination. So this one is really, we really need to check po, no? If you're using other tools, AI tools, you really have to verify kapag kumuha po sila ng resources from the internet. Kasi nga, minsan mali or minsan, yun nga, it's out of the scope nung kailangan natin or yung required natin dun sa ating ginagawang activities. Okay. So, Meta also encourages the teachers po to look into the output na ginawa po niya, and then you have an option to chat po or to actually edit yung ginawa niya po, edit directly yung ginawa niya pong mga activity. So you can edit it directly or for example here, sabi ko, can you add a collaborative activity? Kasi nga nagpagawa ako sa kanya ng lesson plan. So nag-add siya no, based on the chat or based on the chat that I sent, no? So again, as educators po, no, when we use AI, any AI for that matter, no, as we create content, we need to review, also edit and guide the AI responses, no, to fit your specific context. And as teachers po, tayo po yung nakakaalam talaga ng context ng ating mga students, no? We know their interests, we know their yung skills nila, skill set, no? So, kailangan natin talagang tingnan yung mapoproduce ng AI to make sure that it is, connected and it's based, it can address, no, yung specific needs ng ating mga students. So, therefore, when we think about learning design and quality of resources, ano yung mga kailangan nating i-consider, no? So the first one is, how does this AI-generated activity align with my learning outcomes and support my students' development of key competencies, no? So no matter how advanced kung ano mang AI tool ang ginagamit natin, it's really up to us to really assess if these activities na na-produce ni AI, nakaka-address ba siya? Nai-hit niya ba yung mga competencies na kailangan natin sa ating subjects or sa ating course? And tayo po yon as subject matter experts ang makakasagot po niyan, no? And again, with the features that I showed you earlier with RedMenta, for example, those features help you with this, no? The second one is, where does this activity fit with my instructional design and how does it contribute to the overall learning flow? So kayo po rin makakaalam, are you using this activity as your, for example, preliminary activity or as part of your motivation? Are you using this for your collaborative work or are you using this as, for the students to apply their skills? Tayo din po ang makakaalam since you really understand your students' needs, your students' skills, and also their interests, no? Tayo po makaka-identify, no? You are still the designer of your instruction, of your lesson, di ba? And no matter how high-tech yung gagamitin nating AI, kayo pa rin po ang makakaalam po niya. And also, the last one is, how will this activity help me assess student understanding and provide meaningful feedback or next steps for improvement? Ang AI po kasi is just a tool. Kayo po ang may mata, kayo po ang may puso na nasa loob ng classroom, no? So kayo po ang nakakita kung kumukunot ang noo nila kapag hindi nila naiintindihan, no? If they're finding it hard to understand a specific lesson, for example, if they are finding it hard to answer a question, nakikita niyo po 'yun, no? In real time kung ano yung nararamdaman nila. And teachers, magaling po tayo dyan. We know how to read the room. Alam natin pag medyo, nahihirapan na sila. Nararamdaman natin yung energy ng mga tao. And that is what AI cannot do. No? So, we are here not just to assess them with of course, all these tools and with all these activities, but also to check if they need support at that very moment. So that's also one thing that we need to consider in terms of learning design and in terms of the resources that we provide them. All right. So the next misconception that we would like to address is using AI in teaching reduces meaningful interaction. Ito na nga, no, between teachers and students. Sinasabi natin, naka-screen na lang palagi. Nag-AI na lang palagi. Wala nang interaction sa classroom. And meron niyang ding positive and negative, I suppose, because of course now, for example, in the midst of all these problems that we have sa pagtaas ng presyo ng gasolina, for example, nagbe-blended learning ulit tayo and we're actually permitted to do that. Sabi ng CHED, okay, you can proceed with, di ba, having blended learning again. And for some of your institutions as well, nagbe-blended naman na tayo. So, in terms of interaction, parang we have that uh, belief now that the learning can not just happen inside the classroom, pwede namang outside, no? Hindi na tayo limited dun sa four corners of our classroom. But how can AI provide meaningful interaction with our students? So, isa po sa feature ng Renmenta is this, so yung chatbot. So imagine you can create your own chatbot that your students can interact with. So for example, here, I created this chatbot, tapos yung my students are asking how to write an essay. They're trying to converse with this AI that I created. Tapos they can learn from those conversations that they are having with this chatbot that I created. So imagine, parang hindi ko na sila kinausap, di ba? Si AI na lang yung kumausap sa kanila, no? And I named it Mr. Right. Oh, ikaw na ba si Mr. Right? Ayan, para matawa sila. And then I imagine this chatbot to be an award-winning essay writer. So sabi ko, sige, award-winning essay writer siya. And I added attachments here about how to write an effective essay, for example, or an award-winning essay. And I also can adjust the various settings here. Para ka talaga nag-design ng isang chatbot, no? Ng isang chat GPT mo, no? Kayo po masusunod kung sinong unang magsasalita, pag nawala na po siya sa pinag-uusapan, ano yung gagawin ng AI, things like that, no? But again, ang iniisip na, paano yan? Siya na yung kinausap ng AI, hindi na ako yung kinausap ng AI, no? But come to think of it, no? Meron din naman siyang positive. That experience that they will be having with the AI can also have a positive impact then, no, in terms of our instruction. First off, this can also address their individual learning needs. So it's like multiplying yourself, no? Imbis na ikaw lang, one is too many, you're talking in front and then the students are just listening. When you're using this technology, no, this AI feature, the students are really it's as if they're talking to a coach, no, or a tutor. Tapos, sinasagot nung tutor yung exactly the questions that they have in mind. So, it also provides timely feedback when they converse with this AI chat. Pero again, our question nga, misconception nga natin is, paano na ngayon yung meaningful feedback ni teacher at saka ni student? Because we're thinking of course, the teacher will have an interaction with the AI tool as he creates the tool, and then the students will interact with the tool. So, paano ngayon yung interaction ni teacher and students, no? To have that meaningful interaction with AI and with your students, you have to think about the AI, the experience with the AI tool as an anchor lang of your interaction. Say, for example, in this AI tool that I shared with you, I can let them interact with the AI tool first or with the chatbot first, kay Mr. Right, for example. And then later on, we can have that as an anchor for my discussion in the classroom. So pwede ko sila tanongin, what have you learned from Mr. Right? What are the things that you have discovered about writing an essay? And was it hard? No? How can you describe your experience using the chatbot or using this AI tool? So therefore, that being the anchor of that can be an anchor of our meaningful interaction inside the classroom. So hindi nangangahulugan na gumamit sila ng AI, hayaan na lang natin sila, no? That can also be a start of a conversation and a start of an experience where we can target the various skills and the competencies that we need to target in our respective courses, no? So hopefully this interaction, this tool does not create a wall between our teachers and our students, but it creates a bridge, no, that we can use because that's their interest, Whether we like it or not, that's how they learn already now. But hopefully, yun yung maging bridge nga natin to go to where they are, no, in learning. And the next misconception is AI will eventually replace the role of the teachers. I hope that you disagreed with this. Kasi, again, mawawalan tayo ng trabaho pag wala na pala ng AI na lang tayo palagi. No? Okay. Pero alam niyo po ba na sa RedMenta, AI can now, or RedMenta can help you now with the assessment of paper-based assessments, no? Or paper-based outputs. So, you can upload. Actually, nagulat ako nito nung nakaya ito ni Redmenta. You can upload an image. Kunyari, nagpasulat po kayo. May PowerSheet po kayo, such as this one. So, nagsulat po si student ng answers. You can upload the image of this activity. And then Redmenta can evaluate that activity based on, for example, you have a rubric na kailangan niyo that you will use to assess that specific activity. So Redmenta can help you with that. So imagine, pipicturean niyo lang, tapos may evaluation na siya, meron na siyang score. So it's that easy now. No? Of course, there are certain limitations. Say for example, yung hindi maganda yung sulat, hindi naiintindihan ng AI. Ganun naman talaga kahit naman sa totoong buhay. Kung hindi natin maintindihan yung sulat ng isa't isa, di syempre hindi natin ma-evaluate ng tama. No? So there are certain limitations pa rin naman. But then imagine having multiple students, having many students, and then using this, ibig sabihin mabilis niyo pong ma-evaluate. No? This can be a tool to help you evaluate the activities of your students. And again, you can still adjust pa rin naman po the score, so it is not ultimate truth yung mga evaluation ni student dito, ni AI dito. Okay? So, actually, nung nakita ko nga po ito, parang nagkaroon din ako ng negative feeling about it. But come to think of it, when we use AI, for example, to assess our students' work, one thing that yung advantage po niya, one advantage that it has is yung objectivity. Meron pong study na sinasabi na kapag ang teacher ay gutom, broken-hearted, o kaya pagod, we tend to grade lower. Alam niyo po ba yun? At based on our experience, parang oo nga, parang totoo po yun. No? Pag pagod ka or hindi ka masaya, ang score mo sa mga students natin ay lower, especially kapag objective or hindi objective, pag ganito subjective type yung evaluation natin. But if you're happy at na-promote ka, for example, kaya happy kayo sa family, or there's positive vibes ka nung nag-check ka, you tend to grade higher. So when you use AI, for example, in assessment, in assessing your students' work, it breaks that, and it becomes more objective kasi wala naman nararamdaman yung AI, wala naman siyang favorite student. So basta kapag ayan yung ginawa mong output, ayan yung i-evaluate niya sa'yo. So it ensures fairness, and also it also of course saves time kasi mabilisan niya na-assess yung ating mga students, But ano nga yun, kung si AI na lang yung mag-a-assess, ano na nga yun yung naging role ni teacher, or ano ba siya? Will that be valid? So I'm going to share with you some tips po, or parang a lesson flow that we can use when we use this tool. So for example, as a teacher, I will design competency aligned activities in Redmenta. So I will design a worksheet. You have to do that also as well in Redmenta po kasi. And then you have to print it para dun po magsusulat yung mga students so that makikita siya ng AI. And then the students will now submit their work and let the AI provide feedback first. So hayaan niyo muna I would imagine, letting my students, okay, submit your work here in Redmenta, and then look at what AI has to say, dun sa yung ginawang activity, and then improve based on those feedback ni Redmenta. So whether you, for example, you agree or disagree dun sa feedback ni Redmenta, and then you proceed with improving your work based on that. Pero ano po yung naging magandang step or naging positive po nitong impact sa akin. Because sinabit nila yung gawa nila sa Redmeta, I can now look on those and sabi ko po kanina, di ba, what Redmenta can do is provide you insights. So dahil nag-submit nga sila ng mga work, so may insight ako ngayon ng lahat ng mga sinabit nila. So ano yung lacking doon, ano yung mga learning gaps or misconceptions that I need to address as well doon sa ginawa po nila. And then the teacher can, or I can now analyze the insights from those student performance. And then I can provide now targeted support. If may na-discover ako mga students na talagang hindi niya naintindihan yung lesson, so I can provide targeted support. Or I can address that in a lecture, for example, because I noticed that maraming hindi talaga nakaintindi. So I can address that in my session with my students. Now, finally, if okay na po, na-address na po natin yung mga learning gaps that we discovered, I can now let my students create a final output based from what they learned from me, based from the input that they had from AI, and then that output now will be their final. And now I can evaluate and grade that final outputs myself. And I would, syempre, what would you expect? I can expect now positive or excellent outputs because they already have learned from me and they also have learned from AI. Nawala po ba yung learning? Hindi, di ba? Na-upgrade niya lang, napabilis niya lang yung learning actually. And nagkaroon lang po tayo ng tool to teach our students, and to target the competencies that we need to target. So here, hindi nawala yung role ko as a teacher, di ba? Andito pa rin po ako, but I just used the AI tool that I have. For example, Renmenta po, So when we talk about AI-powered teaching and evaluating the role of our teachers, AI should be used to generate insights, just like what I did, So I let them submit their work so that I can have insights. Makita ko po yung data so that I can have data-driven decisions in my instructions and not just to assign scores. Diyan po tayo nagkakaproblema kasi pag tinanong, ay sino po nag-score nun? Ay AI yung nag-score nung work ko. While that can be accepted, especially for example, if there's just one answer to it, syempre wala namang, di ba, wala namang ano doon. If it's an objective type, then so be it. Isa lang naman ang sagot. Pero if it's subjective, medyo nagkakaroon tayo ng question doon But if I just use it as as to generate insights, and to help my students learn, and also for them to be independent learners as well, kasi as teachers halimbawa for higher ed, of course, dapat independent learners na yung ating mga students, And not just to assign scores, then it can elevate now my role as an educator, right? And also, yung timely and continuous feedback, no matter how we would like to provide timely feedback, for example, if an essay is submitted, hindi ko naman mababasa yan kaagad-agad, di ba? Na biruin mo 100 plus essays. Can I read that ng isang sitting lang? Di ba? Siyempre hindi. So no matter what we do, isang tao lang po tayo. So why not use a tool that can provide feedback to your students so that you can focus on deeper support, intervention, and meaningful engagement with your students. So you can have those feedback. Again, those feedback can be a start of a conversation with your students, so that makakapag-focus tayo to provide support, especially if they need that. So AI should support assessment processes, but teacher judgment must always guide, of course, final evaluation and decision making of us, as instructors, as the ones that design our activities, for our students. So as we close po, from addition to instruction, how can we leverage AI for content development? So in terms of ideation, AI serves as a powerful tool for generating ideas. So kung kailangan mo lang ng ideas, so gamit ka Redmenta, pwede natin ilagay doon yung competencies. And then you have now an idea as to how you would like to assess your students. Pwede mong i-improve yung mga ipoproduce ni Redmenta through chat, and so on and so forth. So there you have various tools to do that. But the teacher guides the use of AI to ensure it aligns with learning goals. You have to keep that in mind, yung learning goal. Ano ba ang talagang kailangan kong i-target sa activity na to? And that's up to you po as the teacher. In terms of development, AI supports the drafting of instructional content, and highlight to the word draft it's just a draft. The final say should be the teacher pa rin, di ba? Sabi nga, human in the loop palagi. So the teacher ensures alignment with learning outcomes and accuracy of content. Kayo pa rin po ang master of your, di ba, of your subject area. You are the master, you're the subject area experts. So kayo pa rin po ang makakaalam kung tama or mali yung ginagawa ni AI. Now, in terms of assessment, AI can assist in delivering timely feedback, gaya na pinakita ko po kanina. But the teacher ensures assessments are fair and thorough. So sinabi ko po kanina, di ba? Kayo pa rin po yung titingin sa assessment. It's not the ultimate truth, yung assessment na ibibigay ni AI. And in terms of differentiation, AI can generate variations. So sabi ko kanina, it can help you with personalization of activities. But the teacher adapts activities to meet diverse learner needs. Kayo po ang nakakita ng ating mga students. You can evaluate them sa isang tingin pa lang, di ba? Ganyan ang power ng ang mata ni teacher, di ba? And isa po yun sa mga skills that we have, no, as teachers. So looking here sa loob ng circle, no, these are the things na hindi po tayo matatapatan, no, as subject matter experts, as educators po, no. These sa labas ng circle, these are just our tools. You can add more tools there if you'd like. Eventually, magkakaroon pa siguro ng iba pang mga tools that we can maximize aside from AI. But at the center of this is the role of the teacher, because AI, or any other tool for that matter, becomes powerful only when guided by pedagogy shaped by teacher expertise and focused on meaningful learning outcomes. So no matter what tool ang maimbento po natin in the past coming years that we are educators po, no, you will still be the heart of the classroom and the expert of your field. So I'd like to encourage you po and also take this opportunity to thank you po as educators, because ginagawa po natin ang lahat, no, with the tools that we have, with the various challenges that we are facing right now, ay nandyan pa rin po tayo to guide our students and to help them um, learn and to face this world that we now live in, no. So again, if you're interested with all these tools po that I shared, you can also inform us. And yun po, no? And doon pa po sa mga ibang mga tools that you would like to use inside your classroom in terms of AI and also in terms of EdTech. So I'm now going to give the floor back to the digital floor back to Miss Claire. Miss Claire, are you here already?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sir
Thank
Cyrus,
you.
for that very informative session this morning. Ayan, thank you so much po. And now, we're officially opening the Zoom floor for any questions. Dear participants, kung meron po tayong questions, I think we can cater at least 1 to 2 questions po. So please park your questions in our chat box so that our speaker can um, answer po yung mga questions or any clarifications po that you may have regarding po doon sa na-share din natin. Grabe, interesting yung topic natin this morning about AI. And yes, I agree. Some hindi pa ganun ka-open talaga. Some medyo may reservation pa or ganun. Pero some naman po ng mga participants or teachers natin are very open dun sa mga changes natin in AI. Sir, meron lang ako nakitang question here sa chat box. Sabi lang, I think yung participants po natin is referring dun sa Redmenta. Maaari po ba itong magamit sa araling Filipino? Just for example, yung evaluation ng essay writing ng learners.
Yes, ma'am, Binibini o Ginang or Ginoo. Ako po kasi ay guro rin sa Filipino. So maaari po itong magamit sa kahit anong aralin at sa kahit anong wika din, no? Kaya po ni Redmenta na gumamit ng kahit anong wika. Kaya po yun, pwede po natin itong magamit.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Cyrus, for answering the question. Baka po meron pang question yung ating mga participants before we proceed to the next part ng ating session this morning. Sige po. Ayan. And if kung wala na pong questions, can I receive a thumbs up reaction po? Ay, meron pang pahabol. Sabi, free access po ba ang Redmenta or parang chat GPT na may premium?
Ayan. I think you have to ano na lang po, inquire na lang po no sa atin po, no? In terms of the pricing po nito or yung premium accounts po ng Redmenta.
Yes. Ayan.
Thank you.
I believe pwede naman po mag-request ng in-depth presentation or free demo po, sir, no, if they're interested to know more about how Redmenta can help and support their teaching in the classroom. And meron po tayong evaluation form later, so you may indicate po your interest to know more or to explore more about Redmenta. Yan, may pahabol lang pong question si Sir Joshua. In relation po to Redmenta, I learned po that you also have Redmenta Ambassador Program. May we ask further po for this? Are you um, familiar with this, Sir Cyrus?
I think this there that can be part of the ano lang po, the demo that we can have with them, no? So again, just inform us lang po, no, if you are interested to have this very interesting, no, exciting tool, AI powered tool that we have. Please do inform us lang po so that we can schedule po a presentation sa inyo pong institution. Ayan,
All
thank you
right.
po.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Cyrus. And yes, once again, dear participants, if you're interested to know more about Red Benta, feel free to reach out to our support channels, which we will share in a few moments. And also, meron tayong evaluation form later that you may indicate your interest in exploring more about Red Benta. And so, if wala na pong mga questions, let me share my next slide. So I'm showing on the screen the seal.com or the Sales Partners Journey portal for our um, partner institutions or teachers na kagaya nyo po na nandito sa Zoom natin ngayong araw. So you may visit our portal to explore more about CNE Adaptive Learning Solutions. You may check our upcoming events, activities, learning resources, product highlights, and other activities that you may find and discover about CNE Adaptive Learning Solutions. And po, scan nyo lang po yung QR code if you wish to visit the portal or just type in www.salespartners.com. And to us. It will give us insights on how we can improve our future events and activities with you. And this will also serve as your attendance for the session. Please make sure to input the correct details as this will also be the basis of your e-certificate. And I'll give you a few minutes to accomplish the form. Please type number 1 on the chat box once you're done accomplishing our feedback form. And once again, as mentioned, if you're interested to know more about Red Menta, na na-share po kanina sa atin ng resource speaker, feel free to indicate your interest in our feedback form. Meron po dyan ang section that you can signify your interest to know more or to have an in-depth presentation po for Redmenta. Alright? So, ayan. And sinandin po sa chat box natin yung link to evaluation form. If you're done accomplishing the form, please type number 1 on the chat box. Thank you so much. Kung halimbawang may mga questions pa po tayo na you'd like to clarify or anything na gusto nating itanong sa resource speaker natin, feel free to chat that on our chat box. We will collate those questions and we will forward that to our speaker. And if ever po, we can share it to you via email kung may questions pa po kayo. Yan. Right, so meron nang naka-accomplish. Right, while waiting for participants to accomplish the form, I'd like to take this opportunity to once again thank our resource speaker for this morning, Sir Cyrus Magpantay. Thank you so much po for sharing your expertise and your knowledge about the topic this morning. Thank you so much po. Ayan, I'm seeing lots of number one na sa chat box. I guess some of our participants are done accomplishing the form already. Sige. And once again, ito pong ating feedback form will serve as your attendance for the session and will also be the basis of the e-certificate. So please make sure lang po na i-encode natin yung correct and complete details natin. Okay, so we will open the evaluation form naman po up until later today. So you may still accomplish the form kahit tapos na po yung session natin. And that ends our session for this morning. Once again, thank you so much for all the teachers, educators, even the admin or decision makers that are here. Thank you so much po for giving us your time this morning. I know busy po tayong lahat, pero naglaan po kayo ng oras to join our learning session. Salamat po. And if ever, once again, may mga questions po tayo, feel free to visit our sales partners portal. And also, you may email us at, let me share lang po again sa screen, here at bdgmcustomersuccess@cebookshop.com. Okay, thank you so much once again. And can we give a virtual round of applause to ourselves for attending the webinar? Thank you so much po, everyone. Ayan, salamat. Thank you po, and I hope to see you po sa mga future webinar and sales learning hour po natin. I'll ending the Zoom room na po in about a minute. So, ayan. Thank you so much po, everyone. Bye po. I'll end the Zoom room na po in a few seconds. Bye-bye. Have a pleasant day ahead po, everyone. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Claire.
Thank you, Sir Cyrus.